Hello, this is Man Cave Comics with a long overdue video. I am doing sort of a Halloween theme as it is October. I must admit though that I am not a collector of horror comics per se. I have a fairly deficient collection compared to some of the YouTubers out there, but I sort of scramble together what I have. Let's admit it though, I could put all superhero comics up and that's what kids dress up in nowadays anyway, but I'll try to keep it to more of a horror monster theme. And so let me show you some comics. I'm going to go a little different direction than usual, starting with Swamp Thing. Now I love the early Swamp Things. This is number 13. Most people collect the first 10 because that's Bernie Wrightson, but I like even the later covers. And this is him crawling out of a graveyard, so you can't beat that for a Halloween theme. Number 17, fighting some kind of mechanical dog. Number 11, again, pretty consistent with the horror theme. And I just love these covers, even the non-Bernie Wrightson ones. This would be Lou Dominguez cover. All right, love it. All right, finally get into some Bernie Wrightson, and I was told by Bub's Comics not to apologize for glare, so I will not. This is Swamp Thing number 8, 9.6 grade. Swamp Thing number 2, fighting some rather seedy looking fellows on a tower. Love the Bernie Wrightson. I know I'm going to harp on that a little bit. This is one of my favorite early Swamp Thing covers, number 4. That demon pig looking fellow is just really creepy looking, and Bernie does a good job with creepy looking. I don't have any Neal Adams horror. I think people always talk about Neal Adams and Batman, Superman, and his other stuff, but he did some great horror covers too. Swamp Thing number 7, 9.4 grade. This is a well-loved cover because it's just awesome, but you have Batman in the lower right corner here and Swamp Thing hanging out on a building. Sounds reasonable, you know, you're from the swamp, but why not climb up to the 3rd story of a building and just sort of hang around, huh? Makes sense. Continuing with the Halloween, this is a classic cover, number 9, coming out of the swamp or the water, and just beautiful art. This is actually my highest graded one, 9.8. Can't have a Swamp Thing collection without House of Secrets number 92. Anybody who doesn't like this cover, well, you should probably watch some other video. This is just one of the iconic Bernie Wrightson covers, no doubt. All right, panning back. Homage to the bar. Lastly, Swamp Thing number 1, and it speaks for itself. As again, I won't apologize for anything. Everybody who watches my videos knows it's low budget. No frills, no editing, you get what you get. So, coming back around, change in theme here. So that's all my Swamp Thing for the Halloween Man Cave. I figured I'd balance it out with a little Man Thing. Don't have much Man Thing, but I do have this one. And love this cover. For some Marvel action, got Ghost Rider number 2, 9.6 grade. First appearance of Damon Hellstrom, and first appearance of Son of Satan cameo. Got Ghost Rider number 1. I figure a flaming skeleton with hellfire powers on a motorcycle. Sounds like a Halloween type of theme to me. And last of my Ghost Rider is Marvel Spotlight on Ghost Rider. Just love these old Bronze Age comics. Changing gears quite a bit. These comics I loved as a kid. Weird War. Can't say I've read any of them in many years, but boy did I love this comic. Along, I've talked about my dinosaur comics and other comics that I loved as a kid. Well, war comics were top of the list, and Weird War, I just loved it. This is a number 14, Skeletons skydiving parachuting out of a ghost plane. Yeah, can beat that. Love this cover. Army man hiding from some skeletons on motorcycles. I think that happened in Normandy, didn't it? Around the bend here. Weird War 30. They seem to like skeleton themes in Weird War, I do admit. Here's a non-skeleton Weird War number 4. Someone who's getting older than he expected, I take it. Making a deal with the devil or some such. Last of the Weird War over here. Number 3. Almost a Swamp Thing like affect, some swampy dude with 2 soldiers who are castaways. Weird War number 1. Didn't own this one as a kid, but managed to acquire it later. Now for some more traditional horror comics on the wall here. Again, I don't have a huge amount of horror, but I do appreciate the genre, and it is Halloween almost. Uncanny Tales from Atlas Comics. I just love this one. I don't know why. Never read this comic in my life, but the fellow in the pit with people looking in and who knows what's in the pit, that kind of stuff just appeals to me. Going a little lower, House of Secrets, number 97. Love the early House of Secrets, or I should say the House of Secrets around 92 and onward were some of my favorite covers, and even the non-Bernie Wrightson ones. This is one of my favorite Bernie Wrightson horror covers. It's DC Spectacular number 4, and just the mood of it, the dark, the demon sitting on the poor fellow who tried to summon him and didn't summon him very well. Now he's a victim. And just the casual way he's sitting on him. There's something about this cover that has always appealed to me. More House of Secrets here. Number 99. And this, of course, is probably my own. I have a few EC comics. And this one, anybody in the genre knows very well to be very famous. And, one of the comics that led to the Comics Code Authority because it was considered morally inappropriate. Can't see why. As you can see, someone actually drew on the woman. She actually was supposed to have pure white eyes, but the person who originally owned this colored in the eyes. Sort of like the effect, actually. I mean, I get it, the white eyes is the more iconic look, but it still works for me. It's a great comic. And another House of Secrets. Just a creepy kids in a swamp with a skeleton. The mood, just beautiful. I think Reaper Tate showed one of these recently in one of his videos. He has tons of horror comics. And there's another fellow who has a bunch, I forget the name, but Reaper Tate has a bunch. Loves the genre. This one, close your eyes if you're a kid. I got this because my dad's an old good Catholic boy, went to Notre Dame. So I saw this and had to get it. The nun with no shirt, smoking a cigarette, The Habit. Yep, I think Crumb, this is Crumb art in here, not the cover itself, but seems like Crumb, C-R-U-M-B, sort of a issue. So that's it for Halloween. I hope you all have a happy Halloween, and I will talk to you later. Take care.